They're across Estee Lauder companies: Livia Fekiakova, Emma Williams, Nicola Turamu. This panel will be moderated by Ali Carter. Please welcome our panelists to the stage.
Perfect. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the session today. My name's Ali, a CX lead at Movable. I'm joined today by not one, not two, but three amazing panelists from Estee Lauder companies to dig into the all-important topic of customer loyalty. So, before we get into the discussion, let's do some intros. It'd be great to hear a bit more about your background, your role at ELC, and your favourite ELC product. Liv, do you want to go first?
Definitely. So, hello, everyone. It's great to be here. And where shall I start? I think with my career, I was always keen to learn something new and different. And throughout that process, we realized that career is no linear, and mine certainly wasn't that. So I started in sales, then moved into digital marketing, marketing and acquisition, doing radio, advertising, out-of-home advertising, and then move on to CRM, working within the industries such as retail, travel tourism, FMCG, tech, and now beauty. And I was fortunate enough to be a consultant for all of these amazing organizations. And by adding value and learning at the same time, all these steps led me to where I am today and what I'm doing now. And I'm heading the Enterprise Marketing Center of Excellence CRM team at Estee Lauder companies. I've been here for 2.5 years now, and the journey has been absolutely amazing.
And your favourite ELC product?
Oh, and my favourite, yes. Well, there are quite a few, but I would say Jo Malone. So it's the candles, the perfume, and the body cream. That's English Pearl and Fraser.
Perfect. And Nicole?
So, hi everyone. I'm very excited to be here with you today. So, I do have a very long title, but what essentially means I'm the CRM lead for Estee Lauder UK, the brand for UK and Ireland. So I look after data, consumer insights, CRM, both automated and BAU campaigns, the loyalty program and reporting. And I've been with the company for 8 years. I held various roles across consumer marketing and in different departments, including travel retail in EMEA, and as well as working in the New York office for worldwide as well. And yeah, nice to be here with you.
Perfect. And your favourite ELC product?
So obviously it's Advanced Night Repair Serum by Estee Lauder. And if you buy it now, we do have an offer where you can get our blockbuster. So check it out. Can you click through the email? I would really appreciate it.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma. I am the CRM and loyalty lead for MAC Cosmetics. I'm one of the newer members of the team, so I joined in Jan, but my experience broadly spans the beauty industry before this, in CRM roles as well. So I look after all of our email and direct-to-consumer comms, as well as our loyalty and retention activity and insights as well.
And favourite ELC product?
Favourite ELC product is Ruby Woo MAC lipstick. I've seen a few people wearing it today, so nice to see it out and about.
I do have one myself as well, to be fair. Thank you all so much for introducing yourself. I'm really excited to have you guys here today and looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the topic. So, to dig right into it, why is retention so crucial? Our topic for this session is customer loyalty. I think everyone in this room recognises just how crucial customer retention and driving repeat purchase rate is. But if anyone needs convincing, statistics show an increase in customer retention by 5% can lead to an increase in company profits by 25%. Studies also show that existing customers are 50% more likely to try new products and spend 31% more than new customers. And the cost of acquiring customers is 5 times higher than the cost of retaining existing customers. However, it's never that easy, and important as it is, retention can be very difficult, especially in the last 2 to 3 years in the global pandemic. Big factors include supply chain challenges, changes to market privacy regulations, and the recent cost of living crisis. 37% of retailers cited losing customers due to product price increases as a significant customer loyalty challenge in a recent survey. So, Liv, I come to you first. What does loyalty mean to you in this day and age, and how do you measure it?
So I'm gonna touch point on some of the statistics, and we all know that 80% of the business is driven by 20% of our customers. when CRM focuses primarily on communication, while actually loyalty can expand beyond that customer experience, create that positive outcome, and it's built with the product and the service. And for us as marketers, the aim is to build that loyalty. So loyalty to me, it's a byproduct of a customer's positive experience with the brand. It's community built by shared values, by quality products, and that emotional connection, whether that's how you solve the problems for the customers. And in return, it creates opportunities for cross-selling, upselling, and improve your brand image and overall KPIs. So how do we measure loyalty? So that really depends on your business, on your industry, and your own KPIs. It starts with net promoter scores, retention rate, repeat rate, churn rate, loyalty index, you name it. These are more those tangible, more measurable KPIs, but then there are also different indicators that helps you to really see if you're on the right path of gaining that loyalty, which is that relationships, those referrals, building the trust, building a community. And then there are those strategies that helps you to really build that loyalty, whether it's rewards, programs, personalization at scale.
Perfect. I'm curious as well, what are the main challenges that you see in ELC when it comes to that customer loyalty? And have you seen it change, adapt over the last few years?
So I would say that every business has different challenges, external and internal, and these impact the customer loyalty. So it's really about how you adapt to those challenges. And I'm just going to say that there is an argument who invented emails, but did you know that Queen Elizabeth II was the first head of state who sent one in 1976, and there are 4.5 billion email users, and the number is growing. So that leads me to the first challenge, which is a choice. So it's really difficult for the customers to navigate through those really competitive messages and help them to really find what they want and need. So it's really about how you stand out from that competition without spamming your customers, yet create that personalized and positive experience. The next challenge then leads me to that customer experience, which is a key identifier for customers to choose one brand over another. So again, how do you improve that customer experience? What do you use? How do you communicate with your customers? And that leads me then to the next challenge, which is increased retention and repeat rate as a KPI, depending on your KPIs. And it's really about not to treat all the customers the same, because you are risking low engagement, really low type of, you have different communication that you are not differentiating it. And in this way, there are ways to really improve that. And you can improve it through the tech and through the partnership to really achieve your goals and ambitions.
Perfect, thank you. I know you talked about those challenges quite broadly, but how do ELC specifically approach those challenges?
So here at ELC, we have a diverse portfolio of prestige beauty brands, and every day we help millions of people to express their beauty with our fantastic products. And within CRM, we have 17 brands in our portfolio, and some of them are Jo Malone as well, Clinique, La Mer, Tom Ford, Kilian, Frederic Malle, you name it. And all of them have different challenges to overcome, so it's a diverse environment, but the aim is to really personalize and improve that loyalty, to build that community. And whilst not all brands offer a loyalty scheme, each brand is really solving a different type of a problem for a different type of a customer with slightly different challenges.
Perfect, thanks Liv. So I'm really keen to get into the detail now. Nicole, you lead the CRM strategy for the Estee Lauder brand. Tell us about the E-List program and how you leverage that to drive customer loyalty.
Yeah, of course. So first, I think you need to go. What is the E-List program? So it is our loyalty program that's been live for 6 years. It's a multi-million member program, and it's got 3 tiers. You can be excited, enthusiastic, or envied. When you join the program, you're automatically excited, apparently, and you get 15% off your first purchase. As you engage with the program, you unlock more benefits, and it doesn't have to be purchase. It could be through leaving reviews or sharing on social media, you still get points and you move up the tiers. So that's on our program. So in terms of our strategy, we got 3 key pillars. So I know it's not the topic today, but obviously acquisition is super important. We're always looking at new ways to bring new customers into the program, working with our media teams as well as our online team. And we also try to recruit within our CRM program as well, as you can see an example there with our Blockbuster that I mentioned earlier, where you could join the loyalty program to get a discount. Then to the second pillar, which is the topic of today, which is retention. We have a lot of various programs that are targeting customers depending where they are in their life cycle journey with us. And there's 2 kind of key initiatives that we launched last year that we wanted to share with you guys today. So on the right-hand side, you can see the different dynamic banners. So these were personalized depending where customers are in their journey, so it can really show them the key benefits of the program in a very coherent way, because just looking at them on the website can be very confusing what you're actually going to get by moving up a tier. So this is a nice dynamic and very visual way that was created locally from my team. Alice is not actually in the room, with our designer to showcase these customers what they're going to get. And then very importantly, we want to share on the left-hand side, you see this E-list points tracker. It's actually a live tracker. Maybe we should have done a GIF to give it more justice, but it really shows to you as a customer where you are and how far you are from your next reward. So we worked on this. Alice led with Alex from Movable Inc., as well as our designer to design this to sit on the bottom of every email. And since we launched it, we've seen double-digit growth in revenue, which for me is the most important KPI, and a 9% growth in our average order value. So customers are really taking on board to get to their next reward, which is very important. And then finally, our third pillar is upgrade. So obviously, we want to move customers through the journey and get them up the tiers, continuing that conversation with them, engaging with them, and increasing our repeat rate, right? So as part of the different initiatives that we have to achieve, we partner with Movable Inc. again to do this live web crop. I think I called it, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So it crops out from our website. The live offer that is on the week means we don't have to go back and update any of the creatives. It just automatically showcases it. It's only been live for 2 weeks, so it's too soon to share results. But I'll give a shout out to our Clinique team because they launched it first and they've seen really strong conversion since they've done it. They're not here today, but they'll see the recording. So we're very excited to see how that's going to perform for us.
Thanks, Nicole. And I'm really excited to see how it performs as well, especially as we roll it out across further campaigns too. Perfect. I'd like to move now on to you, Emma. I know MAC doesn't have a traditional loyalty program, but has cultivated a cult following nonetheless. Could you go into a little bit more detail about how you drive customer loyalty at MAC?
Of course. So I think for us, it's really been about shifting our focus to retention and repeat KPIs rather than traditional loyalty metrics, and how we can use things like content, storytelling, and education to really bring that to life. And we, obviously it's going to be no surprise to anyone here, but we've really focused on personalisation within that and underpinning that kind of within our 3 key pillars of retention. So obviously you can't personalise without data capture. So we really try at every touch point to collect data. So whether that's a customer name, an email address, product data at point of sale, or kind of your beauty wants and needs within a face-to-face appointment, or even something as simple as like a birthday data capture email, which I think we have on the next slide. We're constantly enriching that consumer profile to then use that to power kind of bespoke in-store and online experiences. So sorry, I think it's one more. Thank you. So we touch on in-store first. We are really lucky that we have our own freestanding store, so we have face-to-face appointments between our beauty artists and consumers, which I think is a really nice kind of additional touch point of getting that face-to-face relationship with the brand. And our services actually cover all of our categories, so consumers can come in, get their bespoke beauty routine, and we found that actually when you look at kind of people that have had an appointment versus people that haven't, there's a much higher replenishment intention once you've got that routine, and it really creates kind of brand stickiness, which then helps towards retention. And I think our birthday email is a good example of kind of how we've blended the two as well. So we try and integrate services into all of our comms. So for when it's your birthday, you have the choice of either an online discount or a free birthday makeover in store. And we've actually been able to geo-target your nearest store using Movable link. So as you can see, we had a really strong click-through rate there of people both redeeming their discount and coming into store. But it just gives consumers the option to personalise which channel they want to come back with and shop with us and redeem their discount. Then in terms of our CRM strategy, we've really tried to kind of reward loyalty and also use it as a re-engagement tool for people that are at risk of lapsing. So we recently launched a new foundation and we usually would do early access as kind of an incentive for everyone that's really engaged to keep them kind of engaged with the brand. But this time we decided to broaden it out and it included consumers that were at risk of lapsing who had previously shopped our face category, so they might have previously bought a foundation, concealer, highlighter, anything complexion related, and added a countdown timer in as well from Movable link, which we saw a really, really high retention rate from. It was double-digit growth versus our benchmark, and we also saw a considerable conversion uplift versus the version that didn't have the countdown timer in too. Then we also used Movable link last peak to reward our kind of more engaged consumers. So we'd seen a very high traffic from that segment to site across Black Friday, but the conversion just wasn't quite there. So we added a dynamic abandoned cart banner that showed how many items you still had in your cart and layered it over a kind of VIP exclusive promo to really incentivize that checkout. And as you can see, we had a massive increase in conversion and revenue, and we're really able to kind of keep our super engaged contacts with us during Black Friday. Then we've also focused a lot more on the post-purchase journey. So the example on the left is a recent launch called Squirt Balm Gloss Stick, and we targeted purchasers who had bought the product alone or bought it alongside a product that wasn't in the lip category, and surfaced a matching lip pencil, which we'd seen to be the most common ancillary product. And I think the key there for us was really to bring people back early in the journey and get them to engage and kind of build them into that routine, as you saw in the services. And as you can see, we had a really high brand repeat uplift there, and actually a product repeat uplift as well. People were coming back to buy a second pair. So that's been really beneficial for us. And then we've also, in a similar vein, launched a replay series that supports all of our core heroes. So we use Movable link to power some cross-sell recommendations there, and we've seen a lot of people kind of coming back again to buy into that routine and really build up that stickiness. And then the final thing I wanted to touch on was the use of FOMO. So this is our advent calendar launch from last year, and we're also going to use it again this year. But I think that was really powerful in terms of leveraging the beauty community to kind of show that sense of virality and get people to come back and shop kind of without us having to do too much, like with additional incentives and things like that. So yeah, really high conversion and click-through rate there too. So I think there's been a lot of different tactics that we've used, but I think for us the key thing has been kind of understanding how we can use them together and what drives the biggest impact.
Perfect, thank you. There was so much there, but I absolutely loved all the content. I'm really excited to see the Advent calendar launch next week as well. I know we've got some exciting things planned for that too, so if you're a MAC customer, please keep your eyes peeled for that campaign as well. So, Liv, I'd like to come to you next. We've heard from some of the bigger brands such as MAC and Estee, but I also know that you've got some small challenger brands that also don't have traditional loyalty programs. I'm really interested to hear about them and understand how you're approaching loyalty and retention.
So I'm going to use one of the examples from Jo Malone, which is our next brand. And as you heard already, the key to creating really effective personalized campaigns is to use the data to really create that content and experiences relevant and valuable to the customer. And Jo Malone has been using tech and Movable link functionalities to create that 360 view and consistent customer journey to drive retention with highly engaging and innovative campaigns, whether that's through gamification, multi-channel approach, or really that personalized real-time data. So with gamification, they applied Scratch-Off to really create that surprise and delight moment where the customer wiped away the snow to reveal the new mystery offered every day. And the objective was to really create that interactive campaign to communicate 9 days of festive offers using Movable link functionality. And with that, what they achieved was it enabled the brand to change the offer daily to provide the customer to really receive that old content while continue to increase that engagement during really highly competitive, excuse me, and yet really fundamental season for any business generally. And gamification really prevents your customers from passively consuming the content. It also engages with your lapsed audience, so you can really use it in different ways. And another example is using the data and insights to really follow up on what customers did or did not do, so that you can use the right channel at the right time with the right message and the right customer. And the last one is real-time offers. So real-time offers using dynamic banners, which really pulls the promotions or different trading messages from the website. It does not only create that more personalization, but it also creates then consistency across the channels. So within the personalization, if you just surprise delight customers, whether that's gamification, using that innovative and engaging content, or use the data to really tap on that personalization to being valuable to the customer. And I'm going to talk about the next also example of Dr. Judd and amplifying the hype of skincare trends with that key themes that highlight the importance of sustainability and eco-friendly approach to skincare. Dr. Judd has built or connected with the audience or built that community using zero and first-party data. So, and by utilizing this type of a data, by utilizing this type of a data, based on that data, the customer was able to interact either with the website or the email. It enables brands to, again, send that right message at the right time. And using Movable functionality, Dr. Judd was able to leverage those skincare trends depending on the customer journey, where they are interact with that email rather than sending a solus email to their full base. And that helps solving customers' problems throughout the stage with the education balance with the routine and regime. They also use polling, which you already heard if you were here earlier. Polling is, again, another great way to use the zero-party data to really understand about customers' needs and wants and to use that insights into your future campaigns. So it's not only engaging with your engaged audience, but you can use it as a gamification as well, where you also attract your lapsed customers, and with a combination of both, you hopefully do using that precise targeting. And the last example is a virtual community. So social trends are another experience where people correspond then to the actions of others based on what they did or who they believe in. And Instagram and TikTok has been a fundamental tool to influence your customers or new customers. So Dr. Judd used this real-time social content using, again, Movable functionality as part of the education through really engaging content, using the storytelling, building that trust with the community, but also generating new and interactive content. So it really also creates that consistency across different channels, not just in the email, the website, but now you're including social media with that always-on moment, educate the customers, and also help to increase campaign engagement with slightly different way of visualization. You are using sound, and you are also using latest trends with that social media accounts.
Perfect, thanks, Liv. I feel like we could talk about this topic for a whole other hour. I know we've already run over slightly as well. But before we close out, I'd just love to go down the row and get some parting words of wisdom from you all. So if I'm a retailer sitting in the audience right now, what's one piece of advice you'd offer or one learning you'd share when it comes to getting customer loyalty right? Emma, let's start with you.
I think for me it would be don't be disheartened if you don't have a traditional loyalty scheme. There are so many tactics that you can use to drive that retention and repeat rate forwards, and I think it's just a case of testing to understand what has the biggest impact on your consumer.
So, I touched the mic, sorry. So as I come from a data and insights background, my advice is kind of not really surprising, is to look at the data and really understand who your customer is, not just who we think our customer is as marketeers, but who they truly are and what they're looking from us. Look at our database and get more information to have a more coherent picture of our customer and improve our capture rate. Don't be afraid to use the loyalty program as an incentive. Like, we often give points if you share your birthday or engage with us, because those are the customers that are going to be the most loyal. The more they engage with you, the more they spend with you. If they are willing to offer data, that means they're very interested in you, otherwise they won't do it. And use that data to create your strategy and then work with partners to help you achieve your KPIs and deliver a high-touch customer experience.
Right, and from my side, I would say, similar to what Nicole said, know your customers, so you apply the data to really personalize your campaigns and improve that customer journey. And then surprise and delight customers, use different type of gamification in the emails, change that daily journey that they experience with your emails. And then there are tech and tools that you probably can't utilize in-house. But then use your partners and work with the team to really achieve, so that they can help you to achieve your ambitions. And as Nicole said, we were fortunate enough to have such a great partnership with Movable that help us to personalize, innovate, and create engaging campaigns so that we continue to improve customer journey.
Thank you so much all for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure to share the stage with you. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we do in 2024.